Okay, time to start the recap here. So let's just look at his team. Doesn't look like he suffered a lot of damage from this fight, just an MNG. So, I mean, I know you took the loss, but you got a kicker, a bit of SPP on the team. I know you had these 2 levels already, and you already had the guard player. Let's just look at some of the, some of the stats from the game. Okay, that's an okay MVP. His was better. Not terrible AV breaks, honestly, for fighting Chaos Dwarves. His ball possession was higher, that's not particularly... You actually had a fairly even amount of blocks. That's actually really surprising. So actually, yeah, your armor count's kind of low. Like, he got 11. Does he have a lot of Mighty Blow? I'm actually not sure. I guess we'll start watching the replay and find out. No, actually, he has literally 0 skills. At all. Your armor 8, so, wow, 11 breaks. And I guess that's fairly normal. Your 5 is really low. I mean, he is AV9, but he does still have a bunch of hobos. I like this setup. I always like this setup, though. Especially in the beginning. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, that is a weird fucking setup. Not a bad kickoff event. Just immediately starts for the greed block. He doesn't even try to, like, move to protect the ball. Oh, you gotta push there at least. Oh, but he's still gonna get a follow-up hit. Oh, another push. Gonna blitz with the last guy, I guess? No. Who got the fan? Oh, he got the fan factor. I'm really glad you bought an Apo after this game. Finally. Oh, there's a hit. No IV break though, which is nice. He's really cautious with the bulls. Fails to pick up. Is he going to use a reroll? He is. Now it's a success. That's a good POW. Actually, probably would have moved him there just to keep him in base with one of your guys. It just lowers the positions that he can take, because he's only Agi2. I mean, he'd probably just hit you anyway, but at least you're forcing him to choose where the blitz goes. That's a 1 dice. This is very dangerous, leaving him basing a guard target. He doesn't go for it, but he could. Another stun, which is relatively insignificant. Gonna do a handoff. No. Oh, he's gonna foul a loner. A loner that's already stuck. Oh, and it works. But he does get punished here. That's a 1-for-1 trade. But he has a bench, so I guess that's still a better trade for him. But he only lost a loner, so whatever. That was a pretty aggressive foul. Holy shit. That was only... Oh, I guess it was a 2-assist foul. I honestly probably would have blitzed that target there. Like, no one else... You don't really need to blitz anybody else. Because basically, like, if you can avoid it, like this guy right here, he has block. So you can hit this dude. It's not a huge deal. At least a both down won't end your turn or potentially cost you a reroll. Instead of using this guy. You don't get punished anyway, but you could have. I definitely would not have followed up there. That's a very risky place to put. Especially now. Like, you just created a... So this turn coming, he's going to be able to get 2 blocks here for free, and then a blitz for a third. He's already got 1 removal and a stun guy on the ground. Like, you got to be really careful about where you're putting your guys for follow-ups. Especially this guard piece. Like, he doesn't have any sort of defensive skill. He's just a lineman that's strength 3, AV8. Eventually, he's going to get killed if you keep putting him in base. Be really careful with him. Like I said, I would have just left him wherever the hell he was originally. And just used the blitzer to clear the guy off of him, and then just walked him out, just to avoid the dodge roll. At this point in time, like, you don't necessarily need to cause a serious amount of damage, and the extra hit isn't really worth it. Especially now, because you've based these 2. Mostly you're just trying to stall, because this guy is incredibly defensive. Like, he's not pushing anybody up. Also, he's shown that he likes to foul, so... But yeah, so now he's going to 2-dice your guard piece. No, you didn't really get hurt, but still. That's a very aggressive move. Especially since you have a guard piece, although granted he's knocked down way the hell on the other side of the pitch. And that guy's already activated, so he won't be fouling. Which is good. This guy's gonna 1-dice, and a success, of course. Because that's how 1-dices work. No IV breaks his turn, though, so that's good. So one thing, he's heavy on this side. Like, he basically just has a hobgoblin here. So I would definitely, like, continue your screening, for sure. But, like, shift it over slightly so that, like, your main piece is right here, right here, right here. And then probably just, like, a player here. Because you still have 10 players. I wouldn't even necessarily focus on getting these hits, because they're going to put you out of position. I'd probably hit this guy, but the main thing is to make sure that you have 2 guys right here. And unfortunately, because this guy plays his guys incredibly close together, that your witch is kind of useless, because you're just going to frenzy trap yourself if you move anywhere. Could this guy have moved? I think he could have. I definitely dodged this guy out. That worked, so... I can't complain with that at all. You did blitz with the blitzer, so that was a good choice. This guy's proven he's just gonna base you with everything, so you just take what you can get. Bear in mind that when he leaves players this close to the side, especially players that don't have block, you do have a surfing threat. I mean, it's not the best hit, but, I mean, it's not the worst hit either. You're not really in danger of needing it right now, but if you could put her back here, because this guy really does not give a shit about doing anything on the sides, I would basically just, like, put two guys here, two guys here, two guys here, and then just, like, move the witch back so she can be, like, a surf threat. Because where's she? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, she can't surf from there, but, yeah, she can. But, like, this guy, he'd be a perfect target to surf, just to, because one thing about fighting something like Chaos Dwarves is if you can surf them off the pitch, it's your easiest removal. You might not even hurt them, but they're off for the drive, and that's all that matters. Be really careful basing this guy, especially since you do not have an Apo. I mean, I know you have an Apo now, but... Because, like I said, you gotta be really careful with these. Like, you don't need to be so greedy with blocks. You really don't. Like, the point of, especially versus Chorfs, is to just kind of hang back and make it really difficult for him to score. And you really needed to keep that player right here. Because now he can, like, disengage and come down this way. You have way too many players right here. You should have kept at least one of the guys here. Although he'd proven that he just kind of wants to keep pushing these guys around. That was a really greedy reroll. See, like, here I would consider surfing this dude. Well, I guess it depends on what happens to your guard piece. It's gonna be some chain pushing, which is actually not a big deal here. Ends his turn, no damage to you. So that's actually pretty fucking decent. I mean, can't complain about that turn. I'll just wait until this turn thing disappears. So I necessarily wouldn't take this block. I'm not saying you can't, but like this would also be a really easy surf. Although he also just gave you a very easy 1 dice on his ball. So actually, yeah, I would probably take the 1 dice on the ball. You knock this guy down, and then you 1 dice the ball carrier. Wouldn't have followed with him though, because of the location. Now you've made it like very difficult to 1 dice the ball. You're getting a lot of hits though, which is surprising. Oof. Still got the 2 rerolls at least, but he's gonna be able to 1 dice him. Oh, rewarded. Unfortunately, you didn't really prepare for the recovery. I would not have dodged him out. You've already used your reroll. I probably would have redeployed the witch first. She's currently in kind of a bad spot. He's got a 2 dice here, and then he could hit her. At least we got block on block there. He's really persistent at hitting whoever is the front right here. Another POW. Oh, that's the miss next game. Oh, that's badly hurt. But like I said, you got to be careful how much you're basing, because injuries are going to happen, especially once teams like Chorfs in particular start stacking up with Mighty Blow. Okay, so this turn, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 GFI to get him on the ball. Can anybody else get in there? I think they can, it just requires... yeah, I don't know how else you could really get easily to the ball. Always stand guys up, though, before you start doing hits. Although, you can surf that guy, so I hope you do. That is surf. Nice, that's a good removal at least. This side is totally fine. I don't like where this guy's standing, but he's very unlikely to get surfed. Honestly, like with the witch, I feel like with her, you'd be better off putting her somewhere up around here. Like, make her difficult to hit, maybe like screen her off, but put her in the area where if he doesn't cover his back, you can go for the ball. This guy has a really big tendency, I don't really know, but like there's nothing in the back. Like he opens up the front, but like if you had a witch elf up here, like you could dodge through these squares on a 2+ with a reroll. You don't really give a shit about that. And if it lets you get a 1 dice onto this guy, might not be the end of the world. So what the hell did you get for inducements this game? Or did he get inducements? Huh. Oh, that's right, he has no level ups. Does the catch work? Yeah, of course it does. Where does he go? So everything else that's happening here does not matter. You can get a 2 dice on this ball. Like, holy shit, can you easily get a 2 dice on that ball? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 1 assist. The guard piece, you'd have to move this guy first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's 2. And then the witch comes in, and 2 dices with frenzy. I'll see what you do. Of course. Okay. I would not be doing anything else except using the witch. There we are. I would probably recover that. You have nothing basing this guy right now. Like, he can just pick up the ball on a 4+. He has no rerolls, but still. He's not quite a scoring threat, but he could be. And that guy should stay on the ground. No. No, like, if you need a 4+ to dodge out, just stay on the ground. Don't even try. You should have left someone touching this bull, though. Even if it's her. He's not going to hurt her. She's blodge. I mean, he might hurt her, but it's pretty unlikely. And he'd have to blitz her. Because no one is touching the ball, even this hobo can get in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only a 3+ for him to pick up the ball. He's not going for it. That is a ridiculously greedy foul. As its alignment. That's a stun, but no doubles. Okay. Why is the guard piece moving over there? Wait, do you not have a scoring threat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, you don't. In the future, make the GFIs. Like, I probably wouldn't have moved him until after I did her blitz anyway, but then afterwards, move him first. Also, you're surfing into a cage. You got lucky. Really, just for the 1 SPP. A vanity pass that worked. Nice, you're already down 2, which is unfortunate. He's at a full 11. So this is going to be a hard defense. Or offense. Since you're fighting Chorfs. I hate fighting against this defense. But you do have a guard piece, so I would probably just put 3 dudes on here and just punch the shit out of these 3 hobgoblins and then just try to move up to the center. Basically just try to get like 1 or 2 people in. That's a decent kickoff event. I would not be using the Blodge guy as a receiver though. Because now he's got like 2 turns before he can get up there. Also, you just get like no removals this game, which is super unfortunate, but what can you do? I would actually definitely follow up here, because you want to blitz this guy down. Although, so one thing, when you're playing against this defense, try not to push people into the center. Like, who was it that hit him? It was this guy. Try to like put him here. You want to keep this area clear, because like if you're choosing to go through the center, you need to leave a space to get your guys through, because you want to get at least 1 or 2 players up there, even if they're just linemen, just so he has threats that he actually has to do something about. And I would definitely use like a lineman or a runner if you eventually invest in one. This is a very dangerous 2 dice. As now it's a red dice. Gotta be careful with those setups. That just cost you a reroll. And, yeah. So bear in mind, whenever you're doing a frenzy hit, because he was right here. Or no, she was right here. Yeah, anyway. You need to make sure that, like, don't hit someone who's adjacent to someone else. Like, this guy would have been a poor target too. In that case, I honestly would have just used a lineman to hit this guy, because this is the... I don't think I'd be hitting the actual blockers, because they're AV9 and you don't have Mighty Blow, so your chances of actually taking one out are pretty minimal. So I would probably just be hitting hobos in the hopes that you break armor and get removals. But definitely don't, especially with a witch, be very careful about hitting blockers, especially if you're going to go into a red dice. It's a frenzy trap, as they call it, and it's a very common mistake to make. Also, this guy is completely cut off now. Although, he's going to blitz, so it's okay. Your witch is going to get fouled. I am almost 100% certain of it. Yeah, you're in a very bad place right now. assuming he is going to foul the witch. Oh, maybe. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, he can totally do it. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, that was not terrible. Oh, it's your turn already. Well, I don't argue with this hit. You're placing too many players up there. In all honesty, that should have been a blitz, because that would have meant that this player could have moved up here. And this cage is meaningless. Like, you're not doing anything there. So the downside to this is if he knocks you down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. So he can't hit you with a Chorf. But he can hit you from this side. 1, 2, no, he can't. Yes, he can. He can totally blitz your ball carrier. He's not going to, but he could have. It'd be a 1 dice. He can base your ball carrier, which he will do. Okay, so one thing here. You don't really need to blitz this guy off. One of the biggest mistakes to make, especially as elves, is to blitz backwards. It makes now there's no pressure up here. I mean, granted, it's kind of annoying where he is, but this guy's movement 7 and he's dodged. So I mean, you're dodging out on a 2 with a reroll. Would have preferred to see a hit on this guy, I think. Just kind of shift your way over here, because he's really overcommitted to this side. These guys are really fucking slow. Like, the furthest these guys can get is here. If you recommitted to this side, you could theoretically have, like, scoring threats up here, because the witch has jump up, so she can be up all the way up here if she wants to, and he'd have no response to that. Also, you should have followed up there, because that just cost you a square movement. No, you need to switch sides here when someone's playing like this. Stop caging against someone like Chorfs. Because you're already down 2 players. These players being up here is useless to you because you don't have a thrower. He's going to put players on your ball this turn. Unfortunately, your guys have paper armor. This is going to be difficult to get back from. He's going to fully base you. He has the player advantage. Red dice is basically your only chance here. Okay, let's let this stupid thing come off, and then I'll look at the... Okay, so... Probably the best choice here would almost be like a... This would be a 1 dice. So you 1 dice block into a 3+ dodge. Because this guy, these 2 are being taken out, so this is a 1 dice. You'd basically need to get a POW, though, or something, so it's a really unfortunate thing. There's not a whole lot you can do in this situation, unfortunately, because your guard piece is down. But just the caging will not work against a team like Chorfs, because he's going to do this to you. And there's not a whole lot you can do about it, because you have 9 players, and he has 11. So you got to be really careful doing a full cage, because he's just going to surround you. Your best choice is to create multiple scoring threats, which, granted, against Chorfs is super fucking difficult, because they have these assholes. But I guess we'll see what you do. Also, the fact you've caused 0 removals so far. This is a dangerous path. Oh, you make it, though. How the hell do you not score? Ah, inaccurate pass. How the fuck does he get the ball? You don't have any rerolls. I see. So he's going to be super greedy this turn. This is not where I would start. Oh, wait. He has a hobgoblin there, too. I see. That's unfortunate. And he gets the POW. There's the MNG. Okay. Blitz. And there's the POW, of course. So 2+. You still have jump up, so 2+. To a 3+ pickup. Of course. So you're gonna get onto the ball. I hate bulls so very much. Also the fact this guy makes like 8 blocks a turn and he doesn't get any red dice. Or any skulls. Dub skulls. I would not stand him up. This shit doesn't matter right now. The only thing that matters is that ball. Not really sure why you're hitting the hobgoblin. This is a 4+, which, granted, you make. How the fuck do you not score? Tripwire. Tripwire. Alright, well, one's happened. So yeah, no way would I have stood these guys up. They don't mean anything, and you're just giving them free blocks. And clearly this guy has no interest in doing anything except hitting you, for the most part. So you definitely do not want to let him get free hits. Because he makes a lot of blocks. That was a good play, though. Not sure if I agree with this, but unfortunately the fact that not only did you fail it, you stunned yourself. And this guy's block dice, holy shit. Your blodge might as well not exist. And this guy's gonna pick up the ball with a 4+. Nope. But now he does. There's a lot of dodge rolls to make. Wow, holy shit. you going? Well, I guess you had to fail one at some point. Oh, there's a dub skull. Unfortunately, that, like, the ball might as well not exist anymore for your team because he has shifted so far. And he has the complete player advantage. Like, you have 6 players, 7 players on the pitch to his 11. And your best player is the witch, who's stunned all the way back there. So the first thing I want to see this turn is the witch. Okay, good. Yeah, you're gonna have a hell of a time scoring here at all after failing the GFI. Unfortunately, one's happened. Still no removals, Jesus Christ. Oof. I guess he got a stun there. Unfortunately, due to the speed of this bull center, a whole bunch of your players might as well not be in the game. Because realistically, the only player that's going to matter is this blitzer. Yeah, potentially this lineman. Nope. He's not going to make any GFIs this turn. So you basically have to cage dive here. You don't really have a choice. You won't be using your guard piece, though. Gonna make a 1 dice? Nope. Where are you going? No. Where's he going? Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. 2 dice. The fact that you didn't get a single removal kind of tells the story of this game. But you didn't do anything with this player down here, so he was easily able to knock your guy off the ball. Then all he has to do is not fail a 2+ with a reroll. I don't disagree with a lot of the plays you made, but just I probably would have gone for the cage dive on the last turn. I mean, it's not super likely to succeed, but what you did was, I mean, there's no way that was going to stop him. Unless he dub-skulled the hit. I mean, the fact that you got literally 0 removals in 35 blocks is mind-blowing. So you kind of got diced there a bit. Because, yeah, you failed 14 armor rolls, and he failed 4. And he didn't actually have any... He succeeded on all his injury rolls, so... Not a whole lot you can do when shit like that happens. At least you have the Apo now. You do have the kick. So one thing to do with kick to be really good about is, like, if you're facing a slow team, basically, like, look at how he sets up, and if he leaves a space in the front that you could potentially exploit with a blitz, just kick near the front. If he's a slow team and he mispositioned his guys, you can put it in one of the 2 back corners. Kick it in one of the 2 back corners and make it so he has to make GFIs or something to pick it up. But realistically, there wasn't a whole lot wrong you did that game. You couldn't hurt him at all, and you failed several key rolls like that. The Witch Elf thing. Like, if you had had a reroll, that might have worked. Maybe just focus less on, like, especially if you're fighting someone like Chorfs, like, focus less on just blocking things and just more on positioning, especially if it lets you get a hit on the ball or put pressure on the ball. But really, it was actually a pretty good game, so you did the best you could with what you had available. And realistically, next game, the fact you're just gonna have one loner, that's not the end of the world. Now you have an Apo, so hopefully you'll be able to keep your 2 good players alive. And that's all for this week, so I hope this helps you, and have a good night.